The stars hung like lanterns in the dark sky, casting an ethereal glow over the crumbling city. The once majestic spires of Nova Haven now stood as skeletal sentinels, a testament to a civilization that had long since passed into memory. The streets, paved with a fine, moon-like dust, whispered secrets to the wind as it wandered through the abandoned thoroughfares. In the heart of this forsaken metropolis, a lone figure emerged from the shadows. His name was Kale, a chronicler of forgotten lore and collector of celestial whispers. His eyes, like two polished onyx stones, refractions of the night sky, drank in the beauty of the desolate landscape. His footsteps echoed through the stillness, a rhythmic beat that harmonized with the pulse of the stars. As he walked, the silence was broken by the faint hum of a lone melody, a haunting refrain that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the city itself. The tune whispered secrets of a time long past, of a world that had danced under the radiant light of a bygone sun. Kale's heart, attuned to the celestial harmonies, responded with an ache of longing, a deep-seated yearning to relive the memories that permeated the air. He followed the melody to a fountain, its waters long since drained, but its basin still adorned with the likeness of a starstruck maiden. Her face, chiseled in marble, gazed up at the heavens, her beauty preserved in the perpetual twilight. The melody swelled, taking on a life of its own, as Kale reached out to brush the dust from the maiden's lips. As his fingers made contact with the statue, the marble seemed to shiver, releasing a faint, shimmering mist that enveloped Kale. The melody grew louder, a kaleidoscope of sound that transported him to a realm beyond the ravages of time. In this mystical realm, the starstruck maiden descended from her pedestal, her eyes aglow with a soft, lunar light. Her voice, a gentle breeze that rustled the leaves of forgotten knowledge, whispered secrets to Kale, drawing him into a realm of forgotten lore. "Remember, chronicler of the stars," she whispered. "The celestial harmonies that govern the cosmos, the rhythms that orchestrate the dance of the planets, and the whispers of the universe that echo through the chambers of the heart." In this mystical realm, Kale beheld visions of a bygone era, when Nova Haven was a beacon of hope, a shining metropolis that had reached for the stars and grasped the very fabric of the universe. He saw the dreamers, the stargazers, and the celestial cartographers who had mapped the heavens, charting the course of humanity's destiny. As the maiden's whispers faded, Kale found himself back in the desolate city, the statue's gaze still fixed upon the stars. The melody, now a distant memory, lingered in his heart, a reminder of the secrets that lay hidden beneath the dust of forgotten centuries. The moon, now a silver crescent in the dark sky, cast an eerie glow over the city's ruins. Kale's footsteps echoed through the stillness as he wandered, lost in thought, through the deserted streets. The vision of the starstruck maiden still lingered in his mind, her whispers echoing through the chambers of his heart. As he turned a corner, a faint light caught his attention. A lone candle flickered in the window of a crumbling edifice, a beacon of hope in the desolate landscape. Kale's curiosity drew him to the building, his heart pounding with anticipation. The door, creaking in the silence, swung open to reveal a dimly lit chamber, the air thick with the scent of old parchment and forgotten knowledge. Shelves, lined with dusty tomes and celestial charts, stretched towards the ceiling, a testament to the dreams of the past. At the far end of the room, a figure, shrouded in shadows, sat hunched over a wooden desk, surrounded by scattered papers and faintly glowing orbs. The air seemed to vibrate with the hum of celestial machinery, as if the very fabric of the universe was being rewoven. "Welcome, chronicler of the stars," the figure whispered, its voice like the rustling of ancient pages. "I have been expecting you. The celestial harmonies have spoken of your arrival, of the role you are destined to play in the grand symphony of the universe." As Kale approached, the figure raised its head, revealing a face that was both ancient and ageless, a visage worn by the weight of forgotten centuries. Eyes, like two burning stars, locked onto Kale, and the chronicler felt the weight of the universe shift, as if the very fabric of reality was about to unravel before him. The figure's eyes, blazing with an otherworldly intensity, seemed to bore into Kale's very soul, as if searching for a hidden truth, a secret that only the chronicler possessed. The air was heavy with anticipation, the silence between them a palpable, living thing. "You have been chosen, Kale," the figure whispered, its voice like the gentle lapping of celestial waves. "The celestial harmonies have selected you to wield the Chronos Atlas, a tome of forgotten knowledge, containing the secrets of the universe." As the figure spoke, the shadows around it began to coalesce, taking on a life of their own. Tendrils of darkness crept across the room, as if the very fabric of reality was unraveling, revealing hidden patterns and ancient geometries. "The Atlas holds the power to reshape the cosmos," the figure continued, its eyes burning with an inner fire. "To wield it, one must first unlock the secrets of the stardust that resides within. Are you prepared, Kale, to embark on this perilous journey, to unravel the mysteries of the universe and claim the Chronos Atlas as your own?" Kale's heart raced as he gazed into the figure's eyes, the weight of the challenge settling upon him like a mantle. He felt the celestial harmonies resonating within him, urging him forward, guiding him towards the threshold of a great adventure. As he nodded, the room seemed to shift, the shadows deepening, the air vibrating with an electric tension. The figure, its face now a blur of motion, reached out and pressed a small, ornate box into Kale's hands. "The box contains the first clue," it whispered, its voice a mere whisper on the wind. "Follow the stardust, Kale, and it will lead you to the secrets of the Chronos Atlas. But be warned, the journey will be fraught with peril, and the price of failure will be the unraveling of the very fabric of the universe." As the figure's words faded, the room began to dissolve, the shadows dispersing like smoke on the wind. Kale stood alone, the small box clutched in his hand, the weight of the universe resting upon his shoulders. The box, adorned with intricate, swirling patterns, seemed to pulsate with an otherworldly energy, as if the very essence of the stars had been distilled into its tiny, ornate frame. Kale's fingers, trembling with anticipation, carefully opened the lid, revealing a small, glowing crystal that pulsed with a soft, blue light. As he lifted the crystal, the room around him began to blur, the darkness coalescing into a swirling vortex that drew him in. The air was filled with the sweet, celestial music of the spheres, a harmony that resonated deep within Kale's soul. The vortex, a tunnel of shimmering starlight, beckoned him forward, drawing him into its heart. Kale felt himself being pulled through the fabric of reality, the stars and planets whirling around him like a kaleidoscope of color and light. When the vortex finally dissipated, Kale found himself standing on a desolate, windswept plain, the sky above a deep, burning crimson. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, the very fabric of reality vibrating with an electric tension. In the distance, a lone figure, shrouded in shadows, stood atop a dune of iridescent sand. The figure, its face hidden behind a mask of glittering stardust, beckoned Kale forward, its presence seeming to embody the very essence of the cosmos. As Kale approached, the figure spoke in a voice that was both ancient and eternal, its words echoing across the expanse of the universe. "You have followed the stardust, chronicler of the stars. Now you must face the trials of the celestial guardians and prove yourself worthy of wielding the Chronos Atlas." With these words, the figure vanished, leaving Kale to face the trials that lay ahead, the fate of the universe hanging precariously in the balance.